What is going on, everybody? Welcome out to week 10, USA International Speedway in the Wing 360 Sprint Car. This is one of my kind of sneaky fun combos for me. I actually don't hate USA that much. It is pretty boring when it doesn't slick off, but man, when it slicks off, it gets kind of fun. So, you got two drag strips on both sides of the track, and then some pretty long corners, especially if you're running the tops. So, a couple of things this week. That Williams Grove setup, man, I fell in love with that thing last week. So, we're going with that 1050 to 1025 bar split in the rear, and it's very similar to Williams Grove in my mind. Obviously, it's long straightaways and flat corners, big kind of wide flat corners around the top, kind of more narrow. Or this is a little bit bigger, obviously, but the bottom is a lot more narrow, and that's why I'm gonna give this a shot this week. So you can notice the left rear there again is at 3.3. Because of the bumps. I'll show you the laps here in a minute, but for like 50 something laps, I was running this at 3.7. I was like, okay, this feels okay. Now that I figured out this kind of 3.3 thing, I went out there and I put the 3.3 in there to see how it would feel. Initially, it felt like maybe it was slower on the straightaways, but then I went back out on the 3.7 and the laps were similar. So I think I just had a better track before I put the 3.3 on, and then all my lap times after when I switched to the 3.3 seemed slower, but then I put the 3.7 back on, and those were right near faster, right on, or slower than the 3.3. So basically, I think we're just talking line at that point. The other thing to note is the fuel. I put 26 gallons in for full throttle around the top, 30 laps. We burned 0.82 around the top. It's not showing it, but that was the calculation earlier. So you're burning 0.82 around the top, full throttle every lap. So 0.82 worked out to 25 or so, something like that. So I put 26 in to be safe. The other thing is that might have been it, I think. So I'm gonna go into the laps here, and I actually might do this. Let's pull this up a little bit. Maybe bring this like around this way. So I'm gonna show you kind of the laps from this angle and let you see like the way I'm hitting the bump coming out of turn 4, and from there we'll just I'll do my best to show and talk about what that difference felt like. And you guys can do this too. I started on a 60% track, but obviously by now, after 100 something laps, it's worse than that. So you can see the big violent bumps there, obviously. It feels good on the cushion again, just kind of like it did at Eldora at 3.3. It feels like it keeps you locked up there. It doesn't feel that different than the 3.7, except for on this bump here and then that bump there. So you'll see the big violent change when I go to those laps here in a second. And I mean, you can see here, this is all in the 3.3 right here. I'll scroll up a little bit to where I stopped running the 3.7 right here. Stopped running the 3.7 right here, and then I went 20.3. No, I'm sorry. Stopped running the 3.7 up here, and then I went 3.3. I was like, whoa, 20.3, like 20.2, what the heck's going on? And then I put the 3.7 back in, and it was 20.3s again, too. So I was like, oh, okay, never mind. The track just got slower. So then I went back to 3.3 just to keep testing. 66 through 78 here, that is the 3.3. You can see me, man. I was close to the wall a couple times, banging the right rear off of it a few times, getting lucky. That's just me just being kind of over aggressive, trying to test the limits of the setup. And, it wasn't harming me that much. I guess you could say. Let me get this behind the car a little bit more, and then zoom in just a touch. So, coming out of the corners, obviously, because we have the minimum amount of rebound in the car, it will naturally pull you straight. What I mean by that, the front end, the weight will shift to that right front quicker, and it'll straighten the car out much more for you than having to steer it on the 3.7 back to the right, when you exit the corner. So that's something to keep in mind. Coming out of each corner, and you don't want to pancake it into the wall. So yeah. So let me go far chase here. Well, let me go cockpit actually. Let me turn it down a little bit. We don't need to hear wide open full throttle. You could see getting out of 4. The bump is there, but it's not unsettling the car so much that I have to, counter steer it all over hell. So I hit the bump, foot still in it, just hanging onto the wheel a little bit right, and then boom, I'm straight. And it's that simple. Right here, you barely feel it right there, and that you guys know that front stretch bump is pretty nutty as well. So, again, it'll be really, really soft on that left side of the car because of the 3.3. Like I said I might have said in the Eldora video, man, it just kind of feels like a Cadillac going over it. That bump is violent. Like it's gonna turn your car a lot, even on the 3.3. You can see me get the wall there finally after going over the cushion a little bit. You're gonna, in order to be fast, I mean, look at that. I hit that bump hard. Drive right over it. And look how much wheel input I had to do. I didn't have to oh my god, steer, like just turning the car a little bit right, and then we're just driving straight. We're just cruising. The other thing is I run the 534 gear. I didn't mention that while the setup was up, but I run the 534 because the bottom comes in here. Now that's the reason why I kept talking myself out of the 3.3. I was like, man, I'm gonna want that left side tied down a little bit if I'm gonna run that bottom, because the bottom will come in. It won't be this black slick on the bottom. It just won't, because guys are gonna run this top line and kind of through the middle for a while before they go back to the bottom. So you're gonna qualify maybe on the bottom, and then the heat races are just moving the marbles up, and the first half of the features the same thing, just moving the marbles up, moving the marbles up, moving the marbles up, and then all of a sudden you'll see somebody sneak by you on the bottom, and you're like, god dang it, the bottom's in. And there's a lot of grip down there that everybody doesn't think is there, but it is extremely fast, and that's kind of why I like this place, because you can be kind of sneaky when it comes to this on the bottom. So that was the end. I crashed somewhere. Crashed right here. I hit the wall again, so I was like, all right, let's go try the 3.7 again. So, put the 3.7 in. I don't know why it does this. I put the 3.7 in, and we'll go back to chase here. And we'll just watch, the exit of the corner out of 4 a little bit here with the 3.7 on, and it just doesn't feel good in these 2 spots, on the exit here and then on the straightaway bump. So it's a big jump. It's a big, you get airborne, and then that one, you're kind of trying to keep the car up next to the wall as much as you can, because you obviously don't want to, slip down the straightaway. And we'll watch it from this view as well. This is a little bit easier, I feel like. And then we'll get in the car here in a second. You get... you just get airborne, and it's one change of the car from a 3.3 to a 3.7, and that's a big change right here where you've got to get in the car and feel the difference. It's so hard to show you visually what I'm feeling. It's so much less steering input needed on the 3.3 when you hit those bumps. It feels like you don't have to catch the car as much and try to keep it pulled right. towards the wall. You can see me. I cannot stay up near the wall in the straightaway with the 3.7 and the bumps. And then coming out of 4 too. It's like I'm getting airborne on that shock for whatever reason. It's just such a more violent shake. Let's watch that one real quick. Boom, boom, boom. And then we'll just go watch another one here. Oh, God. All right. And we'll watch here. It's just such a, like a just nice boom, boom. Like it's just whoop, whoop. But the other one's like boom, 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 like a heartbeat almost, you know? Like you're watching a heartbeat monitor, it's like pop, pop, pop. And then this one's just kind of like whoop, whoop. So, if I had my camera on right now, you guys would be making fun of me. But you're going to make fun of me anyway. So, yeah. That's the setup for this week, and I'll show you why I was kind of frustrating myself on the bottom. All these laps here, all through here are me trying to run the bottom. And I just wasn't doing a great job of it. You can use the grass a lot here. Definitely, you can get the left sides in there, right on the crease of the dirt and the grass, and be fast. Here you can dive in, you know, lower or higher and roll into the corner, or lower, catch the grass and go through it. But like I said, the slick isn't going to be this low in an actual like feature time. So you're going to have much more grip down here to be a lot faster on the bottom than I was able to do, because I just didn't have the grip down there. That is going to be down there when the officials roll around. So not a whole lot of good laps to show you on the bottom. There might have been some early. Let's see here. These are on the 3.7 though, remember that. So I mean, yeah, look how much the track changed here. So I just wasn't doing it great, because there's 150% black slickness right through here, and it won't look like that in the future. So yeah. But that's the ticket, man. I think the 3.3 here, the Eldora shock package, which I think this is. We'll go take another look at it again. We're on 47.5. Yeah, that's 47.5. With the 26 gallons of fuel, if you're going to run the top on the first lap, definitely have the wing back to at least probably 2. I'll just save it like that for now, just to be safe. And then I'm pretty sure this is like the identical Eldora shock package. Where's the 3.3? Yeah, 5.5, 5.5, 3.3, 3.3, 4.6. Yeah, so the only difference is I think this wheel spacing right here. And this one's at USA, I went 14.25 and 16.50. And I like it. So maybe at Eldora we need to go 10.50, 10.25, huh? So maybe that's something we could try out. But yeah, Eldora shock package, and then Williams Grove bar package. So kind of an interesting little combo. I definitely like this track. In the 360, the 410, I pretty much just suck in anymore. So I think you guys could, you would say the same thing. Like the 360 setups just feel like they've been on point. For me at least, and then there's been a bunch of you saying the same thing. So we'll roll out the Volusia setup after this one for the 410, but I don't think it's going to be much different than what we ran last week in the 360, because I actually felt finally kind of comfortable on that one. So but that's it for this one, guys. It's week 10. We're almost done. After this, once we get to next season, man, if there's no tire model, I don't know what we're going to do. I guess if I run leagues and stuff and I make adjustments to this stuff, I might make changes and upload them. But this is, I mean, if there's not a single change, there's nothing for me to change next season. So I spent a lot of time this season playing with setups and figuring out what I like. Maybe this Eldora funky shock package and this Williams Grove bar combination here on the rear end is kind of the ticket. I don't know, but anyhow, that's it for me this week. I hope I get time to do some of these officials, man. It's been so long since I've actually got to sit in an official and not run on a stupid pre-gen track. But I mean, hey, if they're good on dead slick pre-gen track, they should be good in the official, right? That's the hope anyway. But you guys take care. Have a fun week. Hope to see you out there, and good luck. Get some wins out there and post them up in the Discord. See you guys.